Hey man, today we're about to talk to you for today. I want to re-answer the question, why do I watch cocktails? Let's begin.
Epidemic, hysteria,
Now, if anyone recalls, I did answer this question back in back on July 25th of last year. Now, I'm going to kind of re- refine my answer. First off, the short answer is you know, I like cocktails. That's easy. I like cocktails. But the more complex answer is cocktails growing up was my escape from reality. I mean, really, it's what I grew up on. I mean, when you think of it, cocktails is a way for kids to unwind themselves from anything they went through that day. For me, that was it every day. But, growing up, I was not a one network kid. I was not just watching Disney, Cartoon Network, or Nickelodeon. I watched all three networks, and I watched pretty much any show they had on at the time. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I watch every network, every single show, doesn't mean that I don't have my favorites. I do. I mean, on Nickelodeon, Phil Appellate, Atlas, Airbender, Easy, Disney, I like Zach Cody, Kim Possible, and That's Celebrity. Captain Nemo, Bakugan, Conan Kisner's Store, The Green Blenders of Billy and Mandy. I like different shows. I mean, same is true with like PBS Kids and back then when I was little, WB for Kids. I like Salad Salt, Shipman, Get Clips, Skip D, all this type of shows that they have. Today, I still like cartoons as an adult. I mean, I watch Rick Morty. I still watch Ferropolis. I still watch Conan Kidnet. So, I still watch The Three Lives of Zachary, American Dragon Jr., all the cartoons I watched as a kid, and all the shows, live action shows I still watch today. I mean, this just this past Friday, I had a movie done on my disco. The dog was there. We watched the movie both, and I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years since it came out. 10, 12, 14 years, whatever. But it came out, I watched it, husband until that. I watched it with him, we enjoyed it. Now, do I enjoy noodle cocktails? Yes, if they're something for me to enjoy. Sweetie was a vegetarian with someone, oh yeah, red cool, so those shows had their characters. It will go on adventures to somewhere odd, or they connected with me emotionally, like Sweetie was. Now, yeah, I will say cartoons today aren't as good as the ones I grew up on, but that's just me because it's my mindset, it's what I grew up on. Now, talk about movies, I like any movies, honestly. Like, there's only one specific movie I can name that I don't like, and that's the last episode of 2010. They tried to do a live action Avatar movie, not the James Cameron Avatar. I believe that's the better. But I'm not about Nickelodeon's Avatar the last episode. They tried to make that into a live action movie, and they ended up looking it. I mean, that movie only had one movie. No sequels, just that one, and it flopped. That's not my opinion, that's fact. It flopped. I mean, if you're trying to cast in on a total last episode, at least and get some feedback from the creators. But that's not what I'm talking about today. But I will say anything I like that was on when I was a kid, I still like today. And of course, I like a few cartoons on today, but not as many. Now, although cartoons from when I was a kid that I like, of course, for those who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, then you knew that the Jetsons were only run on Boomerang, and that entertained us like it entertained people in the 60s and 70s. I mean, come on, really. But I will say there's a ton out there that I may not know of, that I may not enjoy as much, but I will still watch it and review it for you. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to contact me off of YouTube, join my Discord, links in the description, and remember, keep on watching cartoons and anime. Bye guys!